It's so easy to let personal finances like slip away when you're in healthcare,
Yeah, absolutely.
Long shifts, the emotional toll of the job. It's like
Hmm.
you're always taking care of everyone else.
Right.
You're focused on their well-being, but then sometimes your own finances, they just kind of get pushed aside.
It's true.
It's pretty scary to think about. Did you know nearly half of Americans might actually outlive their retirement savings?
Wow. Yeah, that's a real wake-up call.
Yeah, and especially for healthcare professionals, who are dedicating like their whole lives to helping others.
You're so right. Healthcare workers are incredibly dedicated to their patients,
Yeah.
and sometimes their own financial planning ends up taking a backseat.
Exactly. So today we're going to really like deep dive into this.
Okay.
We're talking practical strategies and tools designed for healthcare workers specifically
Awesome.
to help everyone build a solid financial uh, foundation,
Yeah,
so that we can all enjoy a comfortable retirement, after all our hard work.
absolutely.
And one thing that we'll talk about today that might surprise you is cash value whole life insurance.
Right.
What do you think when you hear that?
Well, a lot of people think that life insurance is, just a death benefit,
Right. Yeah.
but a whole life insurance policy, especially one that has cash value built in, it can
Mhm.
be way more dynamic.
Oh, interesting.
So it's of course designed to protect your family, if God forbid something were to happen to you.
Right.
But it also kind of acts as a savings account that
Oh.
you can access while you're still alive.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, it's like having like a lifelong safety net with a savings plan built right in.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
So tell me more about this cash value part of it. How does that work?
So imagine you have this policy, right?
Yeah.
And it not only provides for your loved ones, like we said,
Mm.
but it's also a vehicle for saving money.
Okay.
The cash value grows tax deferred,
What does that mean?
meaning you don't pay taxes on the money that's growing until you actually withdraw it.
Oh,
And a
okay.
really big advantage, especially for healthcare professionals,
Yeah.
especially those with student loans,
Right.
is that you don't need a credit check to access this cash value.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, with, the student loan burden that so many people in healthcare have. It's like
Yeah.
it gives you more flexibility and control
Exactly.
than maybe you would get with traditional loans.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of leveraging these policies, I've heard of organizations like Chestnut Debt-Free Academy, I think it's called.
Yeah, Chestnut Debt-Free Academy.
Yeah, that help people really like understand these concepts and how to use a policy like this, like for retirement income and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
They do a wonderful job of educating people, individuals, families about how they can use a dividend-paying whole life insurance policy.
Yeah.
And they guide you through the process of leveraging it,
Okay.
not only for building wealth, but also to add to your retirement income.
So it sounds like they're all about like empowering people
Exactly.
to really take control of their financial future.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
So okay, let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
We know that saving money can be really tough.
Oh, yeah, especially in today's world.
Yeah, especially, with student loan debt, mortgages, like all the other expenses that life throws at you.
Right.
Do you have any tips for people who are trying to make saving a little more manageable?
Well, even if you start small, making consistent increases to your savings, it really makes a big impact over time.
Oh, okay. So like small but steady wins the race kind of thing.
Yeah. Even, starting by putting aside like 5% of your income,
Okay.
then gradually increase that to 10% over time.
Okay.
You'd be surprised at how much those small contributions can grow, especially with compound interest.
Oh, right. The magic of compounding. Right.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense. And of course, we were talking about the cash value and a whole life insurance policy.
Right.
That could be a good way to help you save,
Absolutely.
kind of like a secure spot to grow your money, aside from just like an emergency fund.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about healthcare costs in retirement.
Yeah.
This is a big concern for everyone,
Right concern.
but especially for those of us in the healthcare field.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You see it firsthand.
Yeah, we do, right? So, those medical bills, they don't just like magically go away when you retire.
Right.
And Medicare, while it is helpful,
Yeah.
doesn't always cover everything.
Well, it doesn't.
So what are some things that we can do now to prepare for those future costs?
Well, there are a couple key strategies.
Okay.
First, you want to explore the living benefits that are available within certain whole life insurance policies.
Okay.
So there are some policies that actually have what they call riders that will cover things like chronic illness,
Oh, wow.
hospice care,
Okay.
and even some general medical expenses.
That's really good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And second, you might consider looking into long-term care insurance.
Okay.
That's a good separate safety net.
Okay.
So that could help you with the costs, that are associated with assistance with daily living.
Yeah.
So things like, needing help with bathing or getting dressed, should those needs arise as you get older.
Yeah, that's a really important point.
Mm.
I think it's important to remember that healthcare professionals, I mean, they deserve financial stability
Right. Absolutely.
just as much as they, provide care for others.
I completely agree.
It's like taking care of your own finances.
Yeah.
It's a form of self-care, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, to wrap things up,
Yeah.
by being proactive, by boosting your savings, learning about those tools like cash value, whole life insurance,
Right.
really planning for future healthcare costs, you're setting yourself up for much more secure
Yes.
and fulfilling retirement.
Couldn't agree more.
Right. So next time you're making a financial decision, big or small,
Yeah.
instead of just asking yourself, can I afford this?
Right.
Try flipping the script
Yeah.
and ask yourself, how can I make this work for my financial goals?
That's such a great point.
Right. So take some time, explore all those resources, all the strategies we talked about today.
Yeah.
Invest in your own future.
You deserve it.
You've earned it.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
It was my pleasure.
It was really great talking with you. And until next time.